Hello, everyone. Welcome to class.
Take three.
Today's essential questions are, I'm just going through it. Should I buy up all that crypto or sell it? Or what about the gold? How much money have you lost in gambling this year? And what is the best way to introduce your AI girlfriend to your parents?
Are they AI parents?
No, they're real parents.
I feel like introducing your AI girlfriend to your AI parents would be an interesting...
Could they have a conversation, and how long would it last?
Let's find out.
Have you seen that?
Today's episode? No.
Have you seen that one thing where it's two LLMs like going back and forth talking to each other, and then they they kind of figure out how they can communicate faster using just the it's like the audible binary language. Mm-hmm. But I think that they had done something ahead of time to prep them for that. Like it wasn't just spontaneous.
I don't know.
But it was kind of freaky anyway. I am Mr. Rabbers, and my last lawnmower that was gas powered, I ran it at one point with way too little of oil in its reservoir, and it seized up, and that was embarrassing for me. And now I have an electric mower that doesn't need any oil at all, but I still have a snowblower that still requires oil, and I think I almost seized that one up in with our big snowstorm that came over Thanksgiving break, but I quickly figured that out. It's still not running well, but it might just be old gasoline. On to you, Mr. Walter.
I'm Mr. Walter, and you both know that I have a lot of plants in my office, and for some reason, I decided to buy a lot of plants that require high humidity in the middle of a Wisconsin winter.
Where the building we're in has an ambient average humidity of
10%.
Where these plants require
50s minimum.
My hands are literally cracking from the dryness.
Oh, it's awful.
As soon as I walk in, it's just like, I just feel the moisture leave.
And sure enough, I got something, had a fever for 2 days, was not here to run my humidifier, and those plants are... crunchy.
I am Mr. Linton. One time, a mom of one of my daughter's classmates introduced herself to me, and my response was, "I know."
Wait, what?
He said, "Hi, I'm
blah blah blah."
Oh, and you just
and I said, "I know."
Okay. How did the rest of the conversation go?
It just pretty much died instantly.
Have you ever done that since?
No, but I relive it every time I see this person.
Ouch. Does it come up ever?
No, of course not.
Okay.
It's just in my head. I will never forget. And every time I see her, I'm like, I once just said I know. And she introduced her.
Maybe that just requires an apology so you can get over that hump.
I'm sure she forgot it. But I
it
can't.
Torments you.
It torments me.
Anyway, despite all that, we are still the smartest guys in the classroom. Welcome to class, everyone. On this episode, we're going to see how well we did with our predictions for the year 2025 when we shot that first episode back in 2024. Was it at the very end of 2024?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And we're going to take a stab also at trying to make some predictions for the calendar year 2026. So we're going to go topic by topic. We do technology, entertainment, fashion, and a wild card. And we're going to go topic by topic, then person by person, and see how we did. We're going to evaluate ourselves, give ourselves a score out of 10. Maybe we'll also get some feedback from the other hosts. And
well, look, I like to argue we should not score ourselves. I think we should make the case that we were right, and then the other person the others have to score it.
What if I know I'm wrong though?
Well, there's one I know I'm wrong. I'm not going to try to sell that one. I didn't put any stats there. It's just wrong.
Alrighty, fair enough. We're going to do technology first, and I'll go first. Back in 2024, I said that quantum computing, there will be another major breakthrough in quantum computing. No artificial general intelligence yet. Increased bans on cell phones in schools, more regulation for tech for children, make or break. Why did I make so many predictions?
Well, I was wondering the same thing, but we just
don't
let you do it.
And based on your predictions for this year, I think you're about to make the same mistake again. But
I think I restrained myself a little bit more.
we'll see.
Make or break year for virtual reality, and from what I researched, no, there is no artificial general intelligence yet, so I got that one right. But LLMs are still continuing to improve. Gemini just put out a pretty good update. Everyone was going crazy over Nano Banana Pro, and how the craziest thing that I saw demonstrated with that was taking a scan or a picture of a worksheet and then having it complete the worksheet in a particular handwriting style, so that you could cheat on a whole new level now.
Wonderful. It might be time for us to make a second episode to our AI.
Yeah, it's probably
episode.
time.
Yeah. VR, didn't hear much about VR throughout the year, but I did some quick research and prep for this episode, and it seems like it's still doing strong, and more companies are still putting money into it.
I think the largest use case for VR at the moment, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's still drones. First, FPV drones use essentially a VR headset, and I think that's the largest use case, especially because a lot of those are used in the military for
Yeah, that makes sense.
kamikaze drones and stuff like that. So once you've got military funding, you're set as an industry.
Yeah. Adjacent to that is, I forgot to mention anything in here in our documents, but humanoid robots. There were a couple releases toward the end of this year from a couple different companies where you can start to pre-order these humanoid robots. Androids, I guess is the correct term, because
But I saw one of them, and they had this like fancy like promo video for it, and it. First of all, it was terrible at doing all the things that they were asking us to do.
Yes.
And then they revealed that it was being remote controlled by a person.
And that person was using VR.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I was going to point out, that there's a connection between VR. And so what they're going to do is they're going to have these people buy these androids and beta test them, knowing and disclosing and knowing that it's going to be a person in a VR headset in your home, basically, virtually in your home, doing all these chores. And then that's going to be data to train.
A virtual servant.
Basically a virtual servant, yeah. And of course they're getting paid, so it's not like slavery.
Everything's remote work now.
Yeah, everything is remote work. So yeah, in that increasingly remote.
Now you too can pay a child in India to clean your home.
It wasn't adults, but
So dark.
yeah, but we might be heading there. Wisconsin has a ban on cell phones in school. I think it becomes effective January of 2026.
I think that just misses the window. Considering the predictions were for 2025.
I don't know how to evaluate this because you made too many stinking predictions.
I made too many predictions.
so many
So
predictions.
probably detract some points for me for that.
So
4 out of 10?
no, I think you're still higher than that.
Okay.
I was gonna say like 7 out of 10.
Ooh, that was
6, 7.
6.5 it is. All right.
Okay.
My new
Mr. Linton looks like he's reconsidering life choices at the moment.
I'd like to announce my retirement from the podcast.
maybe friend choices. My new prediction for 2026 is that major tech companies will make phones that at least appear to be less addictive. There have been some pretty public studies showing a marked effect of short form videos on the brain, like validating the whole idea of brain rot. And just the amount of time we spend in front of screens. And a lot of times it's because we have to, because of our job. But the amount of time that we choose to be behind a screen is still quite high. Oh, interesting statistics I just ran across that 33%, one third of 8th grade girls in the U.S. spend 7 or more hours on social media. So if that's during school, I don't know how that works during the summer, but if that's during school, then they get home and they're on their phone from
3 to 10.
Yeah, from when they get home to when they go to bed.
Yeah. Well, Australia just banned kids 16 and under from being on social media at all.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I won't stop them though. You just put in the wrong birth year, and you're fine.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some debate about.
And I think we talked about this last year with the phones, where there is a niche market certainly for phones that are stripped of smartness,
apps,
dumb phones.
Dumb phones. Where they're like smartphones, but they have a lot more limited access to certain things. Maybe they have a browser and
maps, texting, phone.
text, call. That's essentially what they have. I think it's just going to take one of the big companies to put out a phone like that. An iPhone locked or whatever they would call it.
Would they have to put out a whole other phone, or could they just have a setting that you could enable that would do that?
They would try, and I think tech companies would try and put it out as a setting first, because that would be probably cheaper for them. But in most cases, a lot of these phones that are niche made to do that anyway, it's just an altered operating system. So all you can have the same phone, you just install a different operating system on it.
If we look at other addicting things, tobacco, other illicit drugs, usually there's had to been legal movement or laws on the books to make changes, because we can't control ourselves.
We have no
and as long as there is financial incentive, then as much as I would love the tech companies to be altruistic, it's just not in the cards for them to do so. Not in the.
Yeah, it'll probably take some legislation to.
But especially so many of the phone manufacturers or whatever are also connected to apps or app stores or other things that they monetize, and so they would lose revenue from some of that stuff if they removed it from the phones.
Instead of legislation to say you must have this as an option, it'll probably be government will subsidize you X dollars if you have this as an option, because they know that they're going to lose revenue if they switch to it, which is probably why they haven't.
I have e-ink screens, limited apps. I've been looking at e-readers recently, and I love the idea of the electronic ink screens, because it is a little bit backlit, but it's just like little capsules of color that it doesn't have to use any electricity to maintain the image. It just makes the image, and then it can cut the power, and it's a lot easier on the eyes. But this last one was also from a recent post and a couple articles. There was a trauma doctor that was looking at traffic injuries from Waymo, the autonomous taxi service out in, I think it's mostly in San Francisco.
Like LA.
But in maybe other California cities as well. And he was looking at this data, and he was thinking of it in terms of like medical research. And he saw the dramatic reduction in traffic injuries when they switched to Waymo. And he's like, if we have a double-blind study that has dramatic results like this, it becomes unethical to keep giving the control group the placebo, because we know it works. And so his take on it was that we should be using a lot more autonomous driving for a lot of the very busy metropolitan areas in the United States to cut down on traffic deaths. I think statistically, apart from, I think in terms of accidents and accidental deaths and just like all around danger, driving a car is statistically the most dangerous thing you do every day.
Right.
So I'm predicting a push for autonomous driving to reduce driver deaths or fatalities and injuries related to driving.
There has been a push that I saw I don't know how big it was or whether or not it went through, but to add a light to stoplights to indicate whether or not autonomous vehicles are present.
Oh,
So adding a white light to stoplights to say this is an autonomous intersection. And
Interesting.
to help direct the autonomous vehicles.
Interesting. That's all me for technology. How about we go to Mr. Walter next? And your lovely prediction of
What was my prediction last year?
no flying cars.
No flying cars.
Anti-prediction.
I think that was a pretty safe bet. I think that came true.
Dumb. 0.
I think my prediction was excellent. In fact, you're just a sore loser.
I was trying to like search through and just like have.
I predict there won't be a communist revolution in the United States.
You could be wrong about that. There's always companies pushing for flying cars. So saying it's not going to happen is a legitimate thing.
Did you try to prove yourself at all in the positive? Like what progress on flying cars has there been made this year?
You've shared quite a few things with me this year of, hey, we're a flying taxi service. It's really just a helicopter. Or things like that. But yeah, no commercially available flying cars. Our cities are still sadly grounded, and
Again, my beef with this whole prediction is the fact that something like this would have required like legislation and regulation for it to be commercially available, and none of that was. And government doesn't do anything quickly.
it was a safe prediction.
What do we give him?
0.
Fine then.
What do you got for 2026?
Well, I was gonna say still no flying cars. No, I
0.
wasn't. I wasn't. I was looking at quite a lot of other stuff in terms of
what else is not going to happen?
what else. What else has happened this year? What does it look like it's gonna happen? You all know I don't read the news, like at all. And one of the things that's still been going on is the war in Ukraine. And I was looking at that, and one of the big stories right now is that you can find footage of this, of like fields or people sending a drone up to look at the tops of forests. And as the sun comes up, all you see is a giant cobweb, kilometers wide, covering the tops of these forests and the tops of the fields. It is all fiber optic cable from drones, because the drones are hackable unless you hardwire them in.
Flying
they're
them with
flying
a fiber cable.
with a fishing line of fiber optic cable all the way across all the way across the front lines. And they've been doing this all year. It is tons and tons and tons of fiber optic waste blanketing the forests. I'm not smart enough to know what that means, but that's going to be a big deal. Either a company's going to get in there, figure out something they can do with that, and just explode financially, or there's going to be a lot of difficulty rebuilding that region. Birds are already building nests out of fiber optic cable. It's all turning to that. But I couldn't come up with anything super specific, so I was looking at other things related to that. And Russia has been making some moves in political circles, because instead of being the second best military in the world, they learned they're the second best military in Ukraine, and they've been trying to figure out how to deal with that. And one of the things that they did is they've been making friendly talks with North Korea, and North Korea has been very friendly with them recently. And I think, as my kind of technological prediction that North Korea is going to do another nuclear missile test this year because they don't have Russia to worry about if they do.
So you're talking about, you said a nuclear missile test where they test launch a rocket with a dummy payload on it?
Either way, I think they're going to be doing another test because they haven't done one for a few years.
Usually they shoot them
'Cause
over, like over Japan, don't they?
Yeah, because
Or close to around Japan. Japan
I
usually
can't
has.
answer that.
yeah, but they're not scared of Russia anymore. So I think they're going to do another test this year. That's my kind of technological. We'll see
All right.
if North
Yeah.
Korea.
I like that better than no flying
a
cars.
nuclear missile program.
That'll be interesting. All right, then it's on to Mr. Linton.
Yeah, I predicted AI companions.
Ew.
Yeah, and we did talk about how gross we thought that was. Now, Mr. Roberts, I noticed you threw some stats in there for me.
Yes, I did, because I just had remembered something from.
Yeah, that only 2 to 4% of AI use is for this, which I don't think is actually a condemnation of that, since 95% of AI use is my students trying to do their homework.
That was the vast majority of AI
Yeah.
use, at least from ChatGPT at the time.
But that doesn't mean it's not a growing trend. There was you mentioned a Japanese woman married her AI companion.
Yes,
Oh.
that was a single post that I saw. I did not verify that, but it was a whole.
Look, that sounds real.
It was a whole video reel. It said that she left her real companion, made this companion using ChatGPT. They had a whole wedding ceremony. She used VR glasses so that they could exchange rings virtually.
All right.
It was a thing.
The statistic that I added as evidence that I was right is 72% of teens have used AI companions.
So they've dabbled in it.
Yes. Now, that's not that 72% of them have one that they talk to regularly, but there is a growing experimentation, a curiosity, what can this do? And I think that's step one to normalizing.
Yeah, I got to give this one high marks. What do you think, Mr. Walter?
Yeah, 72%, so 7 out of 10. Yeah.
Well, but that was the statistics he quoted. But like, what do you think? Like 9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can give him a 9
Okay.
for that.
All right, that brings us to entertainment.
Well, did he make a new prediction?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, I did not make any.
Go ahead,
prediction.
Mr. Linton. Sorry.
My new prediction is I think the new trend is going to be augmented reality.
With VR,
No.
using what technology in particular?
Well, I think a variety of different applications. Perhaps think about like pilots driving, things like that, where you're seeing other information in addition to what's out the window. I know like there are already like Google Lens and stuff like that with
Apple has, what's theirs called? Vision.
Yeah, so they have some of those technologies already exist. I think it's going to become more affordable and practical, and more people will have it. I mean, especially I think with the rise in AI and things like that, if you can integrate that into there would probably be some pretty big applications for that.
That might, yeah. I was trying to think of like VR and AR. People have been saying, "Oh, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big" for like what 20 years, and they keep trying and just nothing. It's always just fizzling. Like I feel like nothing happens with
Right.
it. AI would be probably the big, because take two dying markets and shove them together.
It's got a pretty high bar of entry right now.
It's got a real
the good VR
cost.
glasses or augmented reality glasses are $1,500 to $2,000 plus for a decent pair.
1,500. Yeah,
I think as that costs come down, like that's kind of
Steam is coming out with a new headset for VR. I believe they're dropping the cost on that. but I'm
VR
not
is cheaper
positive.
than AR, I think, but
Yeah.
But I just think VR is more limited in its usefulness.
Could you explain the difference
Yes.
between, or how you understand the difference between VR and AR?
I would say AR is you see the world, but that adds a layer to what you already see. Whereas VR is you're seeing an entirely different thing. It's all not real.
It's all computer generated.
Yes, it's all computer generated. Augmented reality would be there's a computer generated layer 2 reality.
Typically, that's done by projecting an image onto the glasses that you're wearing. So part of that projection reflects back into your eye, and you can see whatever was projected, if it's text, a menu, an object in the world with you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Theoretically, think about like the translation benefits. You could literally like look at something and have it translate in your.
There is a company that is developing a headset to do, I believe it's AR, not VR, optics tests for people. You know, when you're picking out your prescription with the doctor and they say, okay, lens 2 or 3. They have a digital one, an augmented one, which based on what you check, what you select, adjusts the projection of it to fit the prescription. And then you have a fully digital version of that machine, essentially, that can be used and doesn't require the doctor. So we'll see if that becomes a thing. But that might be a great use case for something like this. It depends how cheap it is again. Like, it's not like an online glasses or contact store is going to be sending those glasses out to people to check their own anytime soon because they're just too expensive. But
Nope. All right, on to entertainment. I said last year that for 2025, there'll be a music shift. Rap and hip-hop will decline. Rock and feel-good music will make a comeback similar to what was popular on the radio back in 2010 and 2013 as people seek escapism. Some of the top songs this year include Die With a Smile by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. I know those people.
that was this year?
Apartment.
Joker 2 came out this year.
Apartment, abbreviated APT, by Rose and Bruno Mars. Luther by Kendrick Lamar. I Had Some Help by Post Malone, and Timeless by The Weeknd. So I know most of those people, most of those names.
That's mostly hip hop.
Yeah.
Adjacent.
Yeah, so I got to give me low scores here.
Although the Post Malone one it's actually, I think, from his country album.
Yeah, country is still quite a strong block in the United States. Yeah. The songs themselves are kind of all over the map in terms of genre. So
yeah, it's a strong millstone dragging us down as a country.
None of us predicted hip Demon Hunters, you know.
K-pop Demon Hunters is quite a force to be reckoned with this year.
That's based on the name. Yeah. End of semester, man. My brain's gone.
I never watched it.
There were so many like little younger girls dressed up as them for Halloween this year.
Yeah.
Quite the popular Halloween costume. So, gentlemen, give me the score that...
It's low.
Yeah, I give you something low here.
I don't know how to quantify this. Like, it's like a 2 or a 3.
Yeah,
I think it's maybe being...
Let's give you a 3.
Yeah,
nice.
great. Give you a 3.
Awesome. Thank you for your your generosity. For next year, I'm going to stay away from music because I just want rock to be popular.
Yeah.
Guitar-centric songs are, I don't know. I like old stuff, and I'm going to go into movies. I foresee a rise in new intellectual properties for movies.
Look,
can't wait for you to get 0 points on that next year.
This is a big swing and a
I'm
miss.
going to manifest it.
Well, the problem again is movies are already, any movies that are going to come out this year are already in development and maybe even post-production at this point. So
yeah, it takes a year of CGI post-production.
So I don't think that's going to be the case. It's just here's my take. See what you think. I think when the world feels more uncertain, people are turned to nostalgia more. So I think people are still hitting that nostalgia pretty hard right now.
I don't know. People are so sick of all the franchises, but they keep paying for them.
Just don't watch
Well,
them,
I'm not
people.
even saying new
paying
I just saw
for
they're doing a remake of Anaconda.
Yeah.
I didn't
They're
realize
doing
that
a
movie
remake
was.
of Barbarella.
I didn't realize
Who
Anaconda
asked
was.
for this?
You know what would make Anaconda better? Jack Black. What?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of intrigued by that one.
Look, I like the original Anaconda. I didn't feel like I needed to see it again with
I
Jack
don't think
Black.
I saw the original Anaconda.
Yeah.
Well, count up all the original movies this year and count them all up next year. And if it's more, you might get points on the board.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll feel like it.
I think with especially with the consolidation of all of these entertainment companies.
Oh, yeah. Netflix just bought.
Well, that's
Or they're
that's-
attempting to.
attempting to.
And then someone else is trying to do a hostile takeover while they're
it's
buying
interesting.
it.
But that actually, I'm just going to jump in because that feeds into my stuff. But first, last year I predicted niche gambling on random stuff. I could not find a way to Google how real this was. I think more people are gambling. 28% of U.S. adults report gambling online every day.
I have a statistic to add to that. Young men now are more likely to have a negative view on sports betting than back in 2022. I interpreted that as more young men have been affected by not being able to control their gambling since it's been made legal.
That's probably true. I think but at the same time, it's still growing, and there's this rise, especially in like prop betting and all kinds of stuff like that, where you can now you're betting on will the next play be a pass or a run in the football game. Like where it's that instant bet answer. Just so it's gone beyond just betting on outcomes of sporting events to betting on things happening within them, which is really my only argument for this is becoming more of a thing, but nobody's betting on weather yet.
No.
It's like a 5, maybe. It did get larger, but it didn't get more niche.
Didn't get more niche. Yeah. I'll go with the 5.
Yeah, that's fair. Again, part of it is a lot of the data I found wasn't from this year. It was hard to find stuff from this year. My prediction, and this is why it ties to your movie stuff, is I think that the consolidation of movie companies and things like that, especially with this increasing shift towards streaming, we've seen movie theaters like the popcorn bucket thing, where they have these like limited release popcorn buckets that are themed by the movie. And I think that is going to continue to escalate where movie premieres are a premium experience. So you're no longer just paying like a flat movie ticket price. You're paying a premium price for goodies and extras and experience in addition to seeing the movie. And that's going to be how they make money because it's harder to get people to the movie theater. So if it's no longer going to be quantity, it's going to be quality.
Yeah. There was a movie theater down in the Milwaukee area where I used to live that you could order like full dinners and have that served. I forget if it was like right before. I think it was like during the previews that it was served to you, so you can eat it during watching the previews and finish it up toward the start of the movie. And that was a fun experience. Yeah. People are.
There are places where you can get a full steak dinner while you're watching the movie.
And my thought too is Netflix has said with their purchase of Warner Brothers that's pending or may or may not happen that they don't plan to alter movie release schedules or length of time in theater, but I think that's malarkey.
I bet DVDs are going straight down. They're gone.
Nobody buys those anymore. So, but I think Netflix is going to adjust that, and they're going to say it's going to be in the movie theater for 2 weeks. You get come see it in the theater for all of this stuff, and then it'll be on streaming really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're probably right. Time will tell, though.
Whether it'll happen next year, not is the question.
Yeah, Mr. Walter, you made a really specific movie-related prediction last
I
year.
did.
This is better than his flying car one.
Yeah. Well, you didn't like it any better at the time. Because my prediction is that a movie that was announced to be coming out would, in fact, come out, even though everyone wanted it to be canceled and was begging Disney to cancel it. And yeah, sure enough, Snow White came out.
Yeah, but again, the reason I think this one was better is because there was a precedent for movie studios swallowing big budget movies and writing them off for tax purposes. So,
And there's evidence of movie companies yielding to pressure from the fandom. Like the one that came to mind is Sonic the Hedgehog when they first released the first render, and people were like, "What is this?
It looks terrible.
Change it, please." And they actually changed it, and now how many Sonic the Hedgehog movies have come out?
4, I think, is the fourth. Is like a 4.
Too many.
I haven't seen any of them.
I haven't seen any of them either.
Mr. Linton, what do you think about this prediction?
Well, first, I just want to say that I think I'm the only one sitting at this table who has seen that movie.
Yeah, I have not seen it.
And let me tell you, they should not have released it. It was so bad, and I felt so bad because
was it just soulless?
So
they took 2 movies that they filmed because they filmed the original movie, which was like Snow White and the 7 Bandits or something.
Yeah, so what happened is they didn't want to do the 7 Dwarves because maybe they were scared of politics or something. That's
I
what
don't
most
know.
people said, but I
don't think it was that.
I don't know. They
There's-
wanted to do something else, so they did 7 Bandits instead. And then everyone saw the Bandits and thought they were supposed to be the Dwarves, and the internet had a conniption.
Because
And
they weren't
Disney
dwarves.
was like, oh no, we need the dwarves in the movie. So then they reshot the movie with the dwarves, but they didn't throw out the bandits. They smushed both of these movies together.
Without
So that in the spoilers, like in the climax of this thing, you have Snow White confronting they're confronting the evil queen, and you have both the bandits and the dwarves present, and they both somehow play a role in defeating the evil queen. But it really just feels like the bandits defeat the evil queen, while the dwarves, it's like they cut to a different camera angle, and there's the dwarves doing something but not interacting with anyone, and then cut back to the rest of it, and it just makes no sense whatsoever.
Is it more satisfying than just the evil queen getting
Crushed by a rock?
It's no like a lightning strike, or
I
is
don't
it?
know.
She just
It was
it's a ex machina thing where
There
it's
is
just
a bit of a
God
Deus
basically
ex
smites.
machina.
God basically just smites
I
her.
remember the dwarves trying to or is she trying to push a boulder and she gets struck by
Yeah,
lightning?
that's-
Because
yeah.
the dwarves chase her up a mountain.
Something like that. Yeah.
The dwarves chase her up a mountain and then
Yeah.
she gets struck by
No,
lightning.
it's better than that, but it's still it's clearly 2 different movies that they spliced together and then just released.
So
he was right.
8.
Sure.
Okay. Get some points back from that 0 a little bit ago.
Yeah. But I was right about the flying cars.
Technically speaking.
This year's prediction, I think we will get our first AI TV show on a major platform.
Define major platform.
Either a streaming service that people recognize,
So it can't. It's not. It's got to be.
not like
It's got to be something people pay money for access to. Because like
that,
does YouTube
or
like YouTube, does that count? Like if YouTube releases it?
if YouTube releases it, I mean, I'm sure they would advertise. I think can YouTube count as a major platform
I don't
for
think
things?
it can.
How big are YouTube's original movies?
I can't
Or
name
shows.
one. I can't name a single one.
I don't think YouTube counts. But like Amazon or Apple
Okay.
or Netflix or
All right.
Hulu or somebody's going to try an AI generated show.
Will the script be AI?
Certain directors are already saying they want to use AI scripts. So that's probably a given. If they generate the visuals with AI, you can almost guarantee they generated the script with AI too, right? So I think there will be AI generated visuals. Now, I'm not sure if that's 100%. I'll go ahead and put my prediction as saying 100% AI generated show. Because they could if they wanted to. I'm not saying it would be good. It would definitely be soulless.
Yes.
But I think someone's going to try it.
Well, the thing is, like, I've seen those. There are
'Cause,
shorts.
like,
People have done
Coca-Cola
shorts.
has done an AI-generated commercial
Yes, they
for
did.
2 years in a row. And this year, they showed the behind-the-scenes for how they made it, and AI-generated footage for the behind-the-scenes. They AI-generated behind-the-scenes footage for the behind-the-scenes.
How deep
Like,
Soulless corporation.
is-
does the rabbit hole go?
this is something that I think is going to keep getting bigger.
Yeah, because I've seen the
like,
shorts, and the thing with the shorts is, like, at first it's like kind of interesting, like, oh, this is kind of amusing. I think I may have shown you some of like the Star Wars ones, where it's just like two random like stormtroopers just getting into adventures.
Yeah, I think
and, like,
they AI generated the video for that and then voiced it themselves.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's stormtroopers on random planets being very scared for their lives or things like that.
I've never shown you any of these.
I don't believe so. no.
Okay, well, they're fascinating, but they get old. Like, it's okay. I get the joke.
Yeah.
Fashion. I proclaim the death of the neckties. Vanish from professional settings as leaders continue to dress down to appear more relatable. I still see a lot of people wearing neckties on as like sports commentators, news anchors, so I don't think it's completely gone. I will cite that our school's president did not wear a tie at the ribbon cutting of the new gym.
Trendsetter, Dr. President.
5 out of 10.
Sure. I don't see much evidence for this.
Sounds good. I got two things for fashion. I don't know if that'll probably come back to bite me. I think the color palette and the rough designs and patterns of the 70s will be making a comeback, but reimagined for the 2020s and 2026. And that with people trying to remain trendy, and this has a article to back this up, that more and more people will be renting clothes instead of buying clothes.
I like that one. I like the renting clothes for sure.
I haven't heard anything about that.
They
That's a
got like
weird
they got
prospect.
services like Stitch Fix and stuff where you can it's like subscription clothing boxes, and they'll mail you, like, you give them like a style profile, and they'll mail you clothes, and then you can try them on and then mail back what you don't want, and you just pay for the stuff that you keep. I could see that in the same realm. It's like Netflix, the original Netflix of clothing. You know, you
Yep.
can just like
Get
return
your-
it, and as long as it's not damaged, you just pay a subscription, and you can. I could see it.
Yeah. I heard of one person making $20,000 a year just renting out her clothes. I mean, you have to have quite the collection of nice designer clothes that
You'd
you're
have
willing
to have
to
a collection and a group of friends that you trust.
constantly washing them and making sure they're in good repair before sending them back out. But
Interesting.
I think that's a good prediction.
yeah. Let's go back to Mr. Walter for your fashion prediction.
This
From
one was
last year.
difficult for me.
Well, what was
Last year, I predicted the death of the Zoomer cut.
yeah, the
That was not. It did not go out of style.
It did not go out of style, sadly.
Still,
It's still here. I'm still looking at the banana cuts.
nothing but banana cuts as far as the eye can see.
Perms all over the place. Was
Yeah.
low taper fade last year?
that?
Yeah.
Or was that this year?
I don't know.
I think it's
where,
this
man.
calendar year
Nothing,
where the meme got big. But
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
still a thing. So I'm...
We gotta give you points for this one.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say one, but I can be go up to 2.
I didn't know what to predict for this one. Like, I feel out of touch with the youngins. So
Repeat it. You're gonna repeat it. This is
I really want
I
to.
thought it was gonna be the flying car. It's gonna be the
Zoomer hair.
I really want to.
He doesn't have another one.
Hopefully this year is the death of the Zoomer cut.
If at first you don't succeed.
Look, I love this.
Try again. And then I think weird animal prints are gonna be more. They'll be in the hallways more this year.
Animal
I think,
prints on clothes?
Yeah, like cheetah print, zebra print. I think that'll come back this year.
I'm going to love to see you research this. To see
Yeah,
I can't wait to get a 0 on that next year. But
well, you did two predictions there, so it'd be if you get them both wrong. I mean, I think it's.
Please die, Zoomer cut. No one likes it. It's so ugly.
Everyone likes it, except
It's awful.
look, they all have them. So
It's got to be popular for a reason.
It's bad.
Okay, well, my prediction was that skinny jeans were going to come back. And my evidence of me being correct is that there were multiple headlines. I just included one from Forbes because I thought that was most reputable of the. But also there was one from Vogue. Skinny jeans are back, but better than ever for fall.
Okay. Was there any elaboration on that? Like, how are they better?
I didn't read the article.
Okay.
I don't care that much.
This sounds like an advertisement, not like a statement.
Yeah, look.
Do you want to postulate that you see more skinny jeans in the wild today?
I don't want to. I don't know how to measure that. and also, we teach in suburban Midwest, so I don't know if a trend in 2025 that is a trend in the fall of 2025 especially has hit us yet.
Because usually it starts at the coasts
Yes.
and works its way inward, and we're very much inward.
Should have predicted something else then.
The predictions are not for our specific school. That's not a category.
He did not specify. He just said skinny jeans will be coming back. So I'm thinking.
I'm not looking for a 10 on this
No.
one, but I think I was.
I was gonna say 6.
Okay.
5.5.
505.
All right, I think you did me a little dirty on that one. My prediction for this year.
Well, you did me dirty on the flying cars, so
Yeah, that's fair. Is that Derek's wrong about the 70s coming back because it's going to be the 80s.
Ooh.
And here's
fight.
here's why. I think New Year's Eve of this year will be one of the biggest unifying cultural moments of the last decade when the series finale of Stranger Things drops, which is set in the 80s.
This is super 80s nostalgia.
Yes. And the amount of like merch and copycat items. Like I was talking to my cousin the other day, he literally bought a jacket from the show.
Like a actual prop?
No, like
Or
it's
a dupe
available it's a dupe available for purchase at stores, and he's super excited about it. He's like 23, 24 years old. So I'm thinking that this cultural phenomenon of Stranger Things, which is 80s nostalgia, is going to result in this wave of copycat fashion.
I think that's valid. Has the show always been set in the 80s?
Yes.
How old have the kids grown up in the show?
Oh, way too much. No, like in real life, way too much. They
Right.
took way
But
too
like,
long.
how long of a time span does it go from one season
I
to
can't
5?
say for sure.
Okay.
I think it's supposed to be each season is a year-ish.
Okay,
So
so
the first season was set in 84, and 5 seasons, I think, 89.
Gotcha. Okay,
But obviously, it's been
a long
decade.
time.
It's been so these kids are
Yeah.
much older. They've aged much more in real life than they have in the show. But
Gotcha. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. So you're saying, what was that again? The phrase you used, the unifying event
yeah,
of the decade?
well, because again, like this is not. We're in the age of streaming when people don't watch live things anymore. But I'm telling you, everyone is going to be tuning in when that episode drops on Netflix. They're just releasing the single episode of the series finale on New Year's.
Well, that brings us to the wild card. My wild card last year was U.S. digital currency. The new administration will make a legitimate attempt to create an official regulated U.S. digital currency. And I'm bringing up this fact sheet from the White House. President Donald J. Trump signs Genius Act into law, prioritizes consumer protection, strengthens U.S. dollar. That's not really what I'm going for. The Genius Act will make America the undisputed leader in digital assets, bringing massive investment and innovation into our country. The Genius Act aligns state and federal stablecoin frameworks, ensuring fair and consistent regulation through the country. So I think it's trying to connect. I should have done some more research on this.
Yeah, I can, because it's, you know what stablecoin is?
Not all that well, no.
It's a digital currency that's supposed to keep its value, regardless of inflation. It's always worth the same amount, is the idea.
But it's tied to
The US dollar?
US dollar.
Yeah. But it's not put out by the U.S. government. In fact, Donald Trump released his own stable, like privately owned stable coin. So there's some attempt to say that we're going to maybe regulate it, but I haven't seen any movement towards regulating it in any way, shape, or form, except that there seems to be investments by the current president in profiting off of these things personally, which I don't think is the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing. So, yeah, I can't get full marks for this.
I'm thinking like 4.
Sure.
For next year, it's going to sound very similar to what Mr. Walter has said, but I think there's going to be announced a feature-length film made with AI technology, where I'm going to say, and this is going to differ a little bit from the show concept that Mr. Walter mentioned, the screenwriting will be done by humans, editing by humans, directed by humans. AI does the bulk of the work in producing. Let's say it's an animated, like a CG, computer-generated image, that the AI will be doing the bulk of the generating of the three-dimensional characters and three-dimensional space.
Yeah, I got nothing to argue about with that.
Yeah. It seems to be coming soon, if it's not this year.
Disney has made their own AI, and it's supposed to, I think the copy said that it's supposed to unlock the Disney employees' imagination. And then they also announced that they're going to be, they just put in like $1 billion. I think this is going to be something that Mr. Linton talks about. They put $1 billion into OpenAI for Sora, for the video generating platform of OpenAI, so that they can make and release AI content on Disney Plus, which is kind of similar to what you're talking about already.
Maybe.
It's kind of maybe already happening.
Yeah.
Maybe it's in the works.
I hate it.
We all do.
I
But
won't
before
watch
we
it.
move on, I should get something off my chest.
You really
'cause
should, yeah.
Yeah, I was getting worried.
We're
I didn't know
getting
that
pretty
either.
close to the end, and I haven't seen a segue yet.
Didn't give you that opening.
Hard right turn.
Yeah. So we're being real pessimistic with a lot of our stuff here today, right? So I'm gonna bring some optimism, some hope, some joy
With a rant?
with a rant.
Oh, it's the first positive rant.
It's the first positive rant. Is there a different jingle for
Should I make a new jingle for this?
major key rant jingle instead of minor key?
I got Christmas break, right? Sure.
So we all know this person, and I want to rant about this person, but I don't know if they're comfortable with me talking about them, so I won't use their name. I'll just use a generic name. Let's call them Jerry. Jerry
It's fine.
is a wonderful human being. Jerry knows everyone. The first time I met Jerry was building desks with him over the summer. And he asked me some random questions about my family. And I thought, oh, just small talk with a coworker. No, he remembers.
Details about other human beings.
He remembers your name. He remembers your parents' names. He remembers your siblings' names. If he ever met him, I'm sure he could pick him out of a crowd randomly and just start talking to him about information I've told him. And he does this with like 1 billion people. I don't know how many names he has in his brain, but I don't know how his head hasn't exploded.
He's like those London taxi drivers that just have the part of the brain that's really, really strong to remember all the routes.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it. I wish I was more like Jerry in terms of remembering people's names and details about them, because he's just the best, and everybody loves him.
Yeah.
No comment, no notes. It's all true.
Now, look, this grade does not reflect Jerry in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying, I felt like there were more praise you could give, so B+.
Oh, okay.
Merry Christmas, Jerry. You know who you are.
He doesn't listen to the podcast.
I'm sure he doesn't. He's got better things to do with his time.
All right, Mr. Linton, wild card, last one before we tally up the scores and give our closing
No,
thoughts.
because he didn't do his wild card.
I didn't do my wild card either.
Sorry,
what a
sorry.
host.
I'm trying to push us.
Yeah, look, that's great. I predicted political disconnect and that society would turn off politics for the sake of their mental health. I tried to Google all of the results were from years ago.
I don't think it happened.
I don't have any argument that this happened.
0.
I'm trying to think. It's like, has there been any move to try to?
I feel like my
No,
social
'cause-
media feed is less political than it used to be, but it could be just because
Have
I
you just,
unfollowed.
I was
the
going to say,
people
have
that
you
were being-
cleansed it?
I may have cleansed it a little bit.
Well, if you, like,
I still remember big political events that my students were all in uproar about. So
yeah, I haven't really heard. Maybe because it's not an election year, and they're not getting blasted with ads. I haven't really heard students have as many
I
thoughts
haven't
on
heard as many political conversations
by students. Yeah,
in the same way that they were being discussed
Before.
during the election year.
Yeah.
But it has still come up in the classroom.
there have been a
Where
lot
I've
of
had to stop political arguments.
yeah. There have been
between students.
several instances of political adjacent assaults or killings
Yeah.
this year, this year, which does not bode well for the prediction.
No, it really does not.
0.
Okay.
That's fine. You're getting a 0 for yours too.
I am. I do know that I am.
Yeah. Wild card for me. Prediction for this year: the AI bubble bursts.
Ooh.
I would agree with this
We're
one as well.
guessing AI movies and shows, and he's saying, nah.
No,
that-
no, look, you could still they're not mutually exclusive. No. But there has been they're pouring so much money into AI without seeing any profit. Just as a statistic, OpenAI lost $14 billion this year.
They're
So there's just
hemorrhaging money.
And there's multiple companies that are doing this under the belief that they have to be the best or they will die. That only one or two of them is going to be able to survive whatever reckoning is coming for AI. And so they're just pouring in money into investment and technology and chips and data centers and all these things, trying to be the one that survives. But that cash burn is gonna implode. And the reason why I'm saying this is also especially bad is because other major companies that maybe don't have a direct connection, Oracle, Microsoft, NVIDIA, whatever, are also pouring money themselves into it. And so if this AI bubble bursts, there could be a domino effect.
Time to short the market, everybody.
I see so many posts on Twitter or X.
X.
There we go.
Wow,
Good
it's
job.
been a while.
That
My reaction is slow.
and it's all just screen grabs from The Big Short and what's his name? The guy who played Batman.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. It's all Christian Bale's character looking like confusedly at his computer with the old earbuds in from 2007, 2008, and it's just like little statistic after little statistic of like, this thing's gonna crumble, this thing is gonna burst. It's being just propped up by the thinnest of strands.
Speaking of Big Short, kind of a tangent. Did you guys realize how bad the Canadian housing market is?
No.
Because I just learned this like a week ago, and it blew my mind.
Aren't their homes like even that much more expensive?
So we had the housing bubble, and then in 2008 it collapsed.
Yep.
Okay, and then the housing prices have gone up faster than income in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So we're back on the trend. Canada had the same thing and never burst. So it's just kept going up. It's ludicrous.
Have they tried to do anything from the?
No, because the government keeps redoing how mortgages are handled, because in Canada, apparently, most people use houses not for living, but as an investment. So they bank their retirement on being able to sell their house. So they sell their house, use the equity they gained from that, and that's their retirement fund. They buy something smaller.
That's terrible.
So you can't take away the housing prices or you collapse everyone's retirement. And it's
That's
a
not good.
nightmare.
That-
Like a 2-bedroom house for $30 million.
Do they not
bad.
have?
It's very
Do they
bad.
not have 401ks or anything like that?
I don't know. I don't know how it works
They have to.
entirely.
They
but
have to.
Yeah. So that must just be a portion.
maybe
but
side
a large
prediction,
portion.
is that bubble gonna burst?
I was surprised as we were
I
going
don't
through this.
know.
I was surprised no one said anything about housing. With our predictions.
It's very bad. Our prayers go out to you, Canada. For our final prediction, it's
Well, yeah,
c'est moi.
But you got to share your.
Yeah,
how wrong you
last
were.
year I said that everyone was it the Senate,
No, I wasn't even
the House of Representatives.
We'll sing
We'll
Kumbaya
sing Kumbaya together and achieve total harmony.
0.
That's a big fat zero.
You know,
One can dream for a better future, okay?
You had no middle in these predictions. It was either
No.
like these softball tosses or just no hope whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Yeah, look, yes. Okay, what's your prediction for this year?
My prediction for this year is more reasonable. As I told you, I was looking into a lot more wars and rumors of wars, right?
All right. I like this.
The U.S., there's been some heat recently that we may be starting wars that we're not officially calling wars, with things like sinking Venezuelan drug boats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So my prediction for this year, we're still in talks with a lot of different countries and things like that. That seems to have gone up this year, our talks with varying leaders. I don't know if that's just me hearing more about it for some random reason or whether or not we're actually talking to more people. I think we're going to start, the United States of America, is going to start another war that we say isn't a war if we lose. And if we win, we're going to say we won. As a question mark, one of the things I wrote down was maybe like the Falklands or something.
What? Wasn't that what the
Because-
British had a Falklands War,
so
didn't they?
Yes, they did.
So British already did fight a war for the Falklands. Here's the thing: Argentina wants it back, and back being used loosely because I guess Argentina claims that it was always theirs, but they had never settled it. And then the UK took control of it during. It was really late. It was when they were giving up all their territory in Africa. They took the Falklands because why not? And Argentina fought a war over this. They were very upset. And right now, the UK is ramping up oil production down in the Falklands, which oil's on the table now. And the president of Argentina and our president have been in talks about a whole lot recently, especially with FIFA, the World Cup being in the United States this year, USA, Canada, and Mexico. So maybe we decide to help them out unofficially and do something unsanctioned or somewhere else. I think there's going to be an unsanctioned war for the USA this year.
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
Did you tally?
I think I tallied.
I think you tallied.
I was doing it while you were talking, so apologies for that.
Oh, gee, thanks.
So Mr. Walter's scores were 0, 8, 2, and 2.
Perfect.
For a total of 10. Mr. Linton's scores.
Ace, two. You said 2 twos.
8.
0, 2,
And a 0? He had 2 zeros.
8. He had 2 zeros.
Oh, that is 10, yeah. Okay.
Okay, total of 10.
Mr. Linton, 9, 5, 0, and 5.5 for a total of 19.5.
Okay.
And Mr. Rabbers, myself, 6.5, 4, 3, and 5 for 18.5. Our grand champion of predictions is Mr. Linton.
Although technically I should have gotten a 10 for flying cars not being a thing, so I would be at 20. I'm just going to say. Because they aren't a thing.
Numbers don't lie.
Trust the science.
Did we give anybody a 10 for their prediction?
No.
No. So even if we give you a 9, you still don't win.
No. It would have been a 10, though, because there's absolutely no flying cars. So that's absolutely a 10.
Yeah.
Someone's just bitter.
I would like to thank my friends and family for their support along the way. Couldn't have done them without them.
Maybe the real predictions were the friends we made along the way.
How many times have you made that joke?
Too many.
Yeah.
It's
I stick to the script, okay?
Oh,
That was a good burn. Sick burn. I struggled through the intro several times today.
So a lot happened this year. Some of it was good. Some of it was bad. Some of it we'd rather forget. But as in all things, there's a new year coming right around the corner. And we look forward to seeing what might possibly happen. Hopefully, we have better scores next year.
And maybe some flying cars.
And maybe some flying cars.
That would help in my book.
yeah, sure. I don't trust flying cars. For your homework, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy this time with your family. We made some wacky predictions about this upcoming year, none of which we have any control over whatsoever, or that Zoomer hair would have been gone a long time ago.
Please. Let it die.
And it's a fun activity, but I would challenge you to spend some time over this break reflecting, talking to your loved ones about what trends you're going to create in your own life over the coming year. What are some of the changes you're going to make that will make a meaningful difference for the people around you?
Well said. Visualize, execute. We will be ourselves reflecting and resting during the Christmas break, so our normal schedule will be interrupted. The next episode will be released sometime in January, to be decided.
We'll put out a weather update. We thank you for listening, everyone. Class is dismissed.
For Christmas break!